Hi, and welcome to another episode of Content Marketing and today we're going to be talking about content marketing and manufacturing. Inspiration for the topic today, once again, it's twofold. One is just I've done a lot of marketing in the past 4 or 5 years to do with B2B and manufacturing companies. Um, Certainly just utilizing regular digital marketing strategies, traditional strategies, and certainly trying to get a lot of companies buy um, into content marketing and the value that it holds. Secondly, my inspiration, which I'll get to a little bit later in this video, is just around a really cool video that caught my attention and I've watched maybe like 10 times. And I hope by the end of this, you go ahead and go take a look at this and watch it yourself. You might have actually already seen it. It's gotten pretty popular, but man, it just really just stuck out. And so, I really believe that content marketing is the only marketing left. So if you're in manufacturing, you should be taking notice of it. Now let's first start, given that it's manufacturing, let me just talk about what I've seen a lot of in the past, 4+ years, dealing with manufacturers. And that's number one is just like, no thanks. I bring up the concept of content marketing. They might already know quite a bit themselves. They've gone to conferences, and a lot of them are just like, this is not really for me. I don't see the benefit of it. How we get it is we make calls, we sell people, we create relationships with people over the phone, in person, which is all great. But there's a big need and a big chance and a big opportunity in content marketing for manufacturers, and the landscape has changed a lot, and there's a lot of opportunity. Research that CMI did recently when they asked, what are manufacturers' organizational goals when they go into a content marketing program, and it's brand awareness, sales, lead generation. And these are what all the traditional sales tactics would be trying to do as well. You're trying to, when you first talk to a lead, you would love it not to be just a cold lead. You'd like it to be a lukewarm lead. You'd like it to be a hot lead. And the best way to do that is to have information and content in front of them already, and you've positioned yourself as those experts ahead of time. I can't think of a salesperson who wouldn't love to talk to somebody on the phone and them already say, oh yeah, I saw your content on that. That was awesome. Or I saw that video you produced, or I saw that report that you produced and got out there. Because instantly you've established yourself as a leader. And as a thought leader and as the experts in the field, and already then you have an advantage over anybody else who might be trying to sell them a similar solution. And also, this comes down to more of a fundamental problem that a lot of people have is, content marketing is for consumers. It's for B2C. And I'm going to go to a very cliche thing here that I say all the time now is whether it's, forget B2B, forget B2C. Everything is P2P, person to person. All right. So if you're a business trying to market to another business, guess what? You're not marketing to a business. You're marketing to a person or a group of people at a company. So that's still person to person. It's very similar to, B2C. You're still trying to market. Still trying to get the attention, still trying to drive engagement from a person. They're on behalf of one organization, but it's really still the same thing. So let's dive into some examples currently of what people are doing in manufacturing and why I believe this is a useful tactic. A lot of what I'm going to talk here is this about Lincoln Electric. And if you ever think about Lincoln Electric and content marketing, you should be thinking about Craig Coffey. I've seen this man speak multiple times now at multiple events, and he really just has a passion for content marketing and how it's helped Lincoln Electric and why he believes in it. For starters, you just got to hear this guy speak. He just has such passion for welding equipment. It's really infectious. But what he's done is he's passionate about this, and he knows that people who use their products are also passionate about it. The same way I love hearing people speak about content marketing and digital marketing, that probably has no interest to people, my friends, my family. They could care less, but I get really excited about it. So you have to think about the same thing. Your customers who are in this will get really excited about welding. And if you ever hear, I think the way Craig Coffey says it, he always goes, what we do? We mold metal to metal with fire, and that's just cool. He's right, that is cool. I'm not even into that, and that's cool. But that's what he's marketing, and pieces of videos that they've created, content they've created is pretty much around that premise. This is just cool, and our products are better. And although that's not interest to me, I think it's fun to watch. the people who they're trying to market to, that is what they care about. They do find that cool. They just love it. There's a real passion for it. And talking to people, people who have used their products just love watching the videos. It's just it's a culture, just like with anything else. Whatever your industry is, it's a culture as well. So think that, and that's content marketing, and it works really well. And so let's think about, what do people care about in manufacturing, or in B2B. Let me just use this example. So people who love cat, and even if you don't buy a cat product, I personally have never bought one of these machines, all right, but I know the brand. And people who really love the brand, who are into this, they want to see cool machines doing cool things, and what are they capable of. So here was an awesome marketing campaign, that Cat did, was they essentially had these two big machines. No idea what these machines are called. Please let me know. I'll probably forget about it, but let me know what these machines are called. I don't know. I apologize to all you cat enthusiasts and machine enthusiasts. Really not my area of expertise, but they had these really cool machines playing Jenga, a giant game of Jenga for scale. These were giant pieces. Go ahead, search on YouTube, see the whole video. It's really, really cool. But this is a piece of awesome content for their brand. It represents their brand, which is these really cool machines and what they're capable of doing. So as cool as I thought this was, I can't even imagine how amazing this was for anybody who actually utilizes these products, and how you put kind of Cat front of your mind of, wow, these really are the kind of the leaders, the experts. Look at what they're doing with these machines. That's awesome. So let's apply this to a situation. So let's not apply a situation. You know what? Let's look at it like this. A lot of times with manufacturing, you have a product, and it's as simple as showing, what does that product do? You don't have to get fancy with your marketing. You have to know that the audience that you're tapping into, just like with any content marketing, learn your audience, know what they care about. They want to know what this product can do, and can it do it better than the products or the services that I'm currently using. That's what's important. So try not to get too hung up in creating something really complex or ornate. If necessary, just show the product doing what it does. Apple was the best at this. When the iPhone came out, it was the most simple commercial in the world, because they knew they had a superior product. So what did they do? All they did was show somebody using that product. And that was a commercial. And even to this day, this is still essentially what they do. They want to market the product. Simple. We'll show a video of us doing it. So if you have a superior product, which I hope that you do, if not, that's another issue. Just showcase what they're doing. That should be the core of your marketing, is just show it doing. Now, this gets on to the inspiration for this this episode, which was, again, maybe I should have had a little bit more research on what exactly this thing is, but essentially it's a giant machine. This thing is enormous, and all it does is it builds bridges. Again, engineers, whatever. I'm not exactly sure what to call it exactly, but it's essentially a giant machine that builds bridges without the use of scaffolding or anything. Like, this machine all kind of comes together, drives out, and actually lays the bridge beam by beam. And it was a video that was on LinkedIn. It grabbed my attention. It was like 15 minutes long. I watched the whole thing. I've actually watched it a few times now, but it's so cool. And although this isn't like a marketing ploy for this product necessarily, all they were doing is showing what it did. So if you had any kind of stakes in this industry, or doing anything similar to what this is going to interest you. And they believe, I believe, with my limited knowledge, which is zero, that this is a superior product to whatever the tactic currently is. So all they'd have to do, if they came to me and said, hey, we want to market this product, we want to do marketing around this whole thing, I'd be like, simple, just keep videotaping doing what it does. Using time-lapse video, show what it does. So if necessary, just show your product. That should be the front and center of what you do. If you have a superior product, Lincoln Electric does that. They've certainly created some cooler videos around it as well, just kind of emphasizing that cool factor, because that's such a lot of these big machines, a lot of manufacturers, they do really cool things. Just take out all of the complexity out of it and just show the product doing what it does. Know that your audience will understand it. And it gets a little bit more tactical about when it comes to marketing for manufacturers and what you should be focusing on. Never lose sight of an in-person event for marketing your products or getting to know people. What I am aware in manufacturing is a lot of these sales cycles are very long, 6, 12, 18 months, sometimes 2 years. You have a lot of nurturing to do with these clients. So know that you have to get in front of these people. Still, like that same study that CMI showed, that the most effective channel for marketing is still in-person events. So where are your trade shows? Where can you be front and center, meet people? It's going to be a long sales cycle, an incredibly expensive cycle, way more than any kind of B2C or almost any other industry. It's the most expensive products that you have. People are going to want to meet face to face. They're going to want to have that engagement. They want to get to know you. So make sure that you're everywhere where those customers might be. So don't ever sit in in-person events. People are utilizing these tactics and putting less budget to these, according to that same CMI study, but they're still shown as the most effective tactic. So I'd actually encourage you putting more money into this as part of your strategy as well. So thank you for tuning in today, and I will talk to everyone next week.